Alright, so this is going to be my review of Legend of Korra, Episode 6, The Battle of Zaofu. Wow. This is a really good episode, but I don't know if there's a lot to talk about in this episode. I mean, don't get me wrong, really great episode, they've all been really great episodes, but stuff happens in here, but not enough where I can be like, okay, I can really go into detail here, if that makes any sense. So, it starts off with Lin along with Wing and Wei, more or less headed out in ninja style, earthbending ninja style, to kill Kovira, and it goes about as well as you think it did, because it's let me get my Admiral Akbar voice ready. It's a trap. And yeah. Lin gets her and her two youngest sons captured. Lin! Listen, Lin? You're an idiot, okay? I know you were trying to do good and protect Zaofu, but all of this could have been avoided if you let Korra just do something. If you just let Korra try to talk things out. It probably wouldn't have gone out, mind you, gone as well as you thought it would, but you just made the situation a lot worse by trying to kill Kuvira. I mean, obviously that's probably the end route. Kuvira needs to be stopped permanently because she won't, quit. But you just made the situation 30 times worse. I don't know. Sue has just been like, oh, I'm all peace and love, but now it's like, oh, war, and not think clearly. I don't know. Anyway. Anyway. So from there, everyone gets the, she pretty much tells Zaofu, hey, I've got your leader, I've got her two sons, and I'm gonna, unless something else can be agreed upon, I'm gonna destroy this, I'm gonna burn Zaofu to the ground. And Korra has no choice but to go one-on-one with Kuvira in a fight. And here's the thing about Kuvira. I don't think Korra could have taken her, even in her prime, back, Season 3 Korra, or, back when Korra was at her prime and whatnot, I still think, Kuvira could have beaten her in a fight. And keep in mind, Korra hasn't really been doing a lot of fighting with her training with Toph. She is very out of practice. So, of course, it's not going to end well. So, right before Kuvira and Korra fight, Kuvira pretty much says, look, we'll have a deal. If you win, I'll leave Zaofu alone, and that'll be the end of it. If I win, however, I get to take Zaofu by force. And the fight ensues. Meanwhile, Varrick and Bolin are being forced by Baatar Jr. to work on the Spirit Vine project. And the whole time, Varrick is planning something else. Like, he's always, he wanted this to be unlimited energy, and he wanted to make it a power source for everybody. But, Baatar Jr.'s insisting upon making it a super weapon. Which, again, nothing good can come of this. And let me just say, Baatar Jr. is a dick. He is a major this guy is just an asshole, a whiny asshole. I'm sorry, I have no love for this. Kuvira is an awesome villain. She gets all, it's like we just got Azula reincarnated. But yeah, with Baatar Jr., let's talk about Baatar Jr. real quick. Like I said, Baatar Jr. is just a total dick. He's whiny. He's just like, oh, I lived in my dad's shadow even though they gave me all the love they could. And, oh, I'm not a bender, but I'm very smart. Why doesn't anyone like me? I'm like, bitch, please. Your family loved you regardless. You were kind of like an heir to the city of Zaofu. At some point, you were next in line to become leader after your parents either stepped down or, otherwise. So you could have ruled Zaofu eventually. You were the first in line! So, and, yeah, I don't know what Kuvira did to him, but clearly he just I have no... this is not going to end well for Kuvira and Baatar Jr. They're either going to get in prison for life, or killed, or something, but I have no love for Baatar Jr. anymore. But, I didn't have any to begin with, but now I'm just at this point where I'm like, I just don't care about it, I just kind of hope you die horribly. Like, maybe the Spirit Vine thing goes out of control, which, okay, let's say this right now, it probably is going to go... What's going to happen, guys, is that they use the super weapon, and it goes completely haywire, and either kills Kuvira and Baatar Jr., or something else. But we all know that this weapon thing is not going to end well. Anyway, so the story continues with Varric and Bolin, that Varric has decided, he doesn't want this thing to be made into a weapon. So he makes it into a bomb, and literally, plays it this deadly gambit against, Junior, and more or less just says, look, I'll blow up everybody, and, I'm going to blow us all up unless you unhook the railings. To which, Baatar Jr.'s forced to concede and force everyone off the train, and Bolin's like, oh, that was an awesome bluff, I can't believe you managed to do it. I was like, no, and Varric's like, no, I'm going to blow us up. I wasn't kidding. And Bolin forces Varric to leave the train in a very interesting escape plot, and Varric and Bolin are now on the run. So I guess their next stop, Republic City, which is probably going to be next on Kuvira's list. $20 says, she's going to be eyeing Republic City to join her Earth Empire because it's in the Earth Kingdom territory. So, meanwhile, back with Korra and Kuvira's fight, Kuvira is just whipping her ass. That is a sound beating right there. And Korra is forced to go into the Avatar state. And from there, in the Avatar state, Korra starts whipping her, starts get some fighting back in there, and is about to end the fight, but then suddenly she has a kind of a mental break right there of seeing, the Avatar state in Kuvira's face. So Korra may have been healed mentally, physically, but mentally, she's still out of it. She is, there's still some kind of mental block in her head that is really just screwing her up. It is just really messing her up big time, and she can't seem to stop it. She can't seem to, stop from having those problems. So I hope that's kind of explained more. But yeah, she kind of goes out of the Avatar state, and Kuvira captures her and is about to finish it. Like, she's about to pull off some Mortal Kombat finisher, but then Opal and Jinora manage to rescue her and get her out of there with Milo and Iki. There's also a very funny scene with Huon, with Iki and Milo, and Iki is painting this picture, and it's this very this very just kindergarten level paint, and Huon's congratulating her. And then we go to Milo, who's painting like this portrait that Da Vinci would be proud of, and Huon's like, that's terrible, I want to see the inner Milo. But yeah. Opal is now the last of the Beifong family that isn't under custody, because Zaofu gets taken over, and Baatar Sr. and Huon are arrested. So yeah, Opal is the last of the Beifong family, and she's probably next on the hit list. More than likely, yeah. It's getting bad, guys. Korra's mentally out of it. Kuvira's pretty much taken over all of. She's taken over all of the known Earth Kingdom, and probably setting her sights on. Probably setting her sights next on Republic City. So yeah, this is the next 7 episodes are going to be very interesting. And Baatar Jr. along with Zhu Li are going to be working on the little project, the Spirit Vine project. So I'm kind of wondering what this weapon will be when it's finally complete. All in all, very good episode. I really loved it. Korra, again, was trying to be, like Aang and the rest of the Avatars, trying to, find a way for peace, but, peace is, out the door. It's gone completely out the door at this moment. It is just, it's bad. Things are about to get a lot worse in the world of Avatar. And Korra, you better get your shit together, because it's gonna get real bad real fast. So I'm kind of wondering, now we're probably going to see, the adventures of Bolin and Varric, headed back to Republic City, or maybe they'll be picked up by maybe they'll be found by Korra and the others and taken back to and hitch a ride back to Republic City. But yeah, really good chapter, really good episode. But you guys tell me, what did you guys think of this episode? What do you think the weapon is going to be like? And what do you think Kuvira's next step is in her world conquest? Anyway, once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I'm out.